Welcome back, bang, to the show, everybody. Lupinranger versus Patranger number 28. More fighting on my birthday. Now, let's start with Uncle Triple has to admit something. Episode got me. El Swervage got swerved because you see the title of the episode, and the episode is proceeding as it's playing out currently. And you have the monster of the day being able to turn people old, and you just assume that we're just gonna have a funny little romp of one of the Rangers gets old and they have to deal with it, and then ultimately the monster's defeated. The thing was that never happened. Never. Now, who knows if the episode would have been different if, but it didn't. And looking into the camera right now, knowing I gotta spit this heat, I'm glad it didn't. Because it gives me the opportunity to get real deep and say the following. This was an episode about family, about dynamics, a whole bunch of character building, and then even character understanding. Because we learn a lot about Umika this episode. We do. We learn a lot about her in the instance of we know today's her birthday. You know what I'm saying? If you take nothing else from the episode, you know that information. But the most important things that you really take from it is what happened with her and her father that left the schism between them. And we learn that we learn after Shio catches that ultimate L that we are still trying to fix by collecting these Lupin collection pieces. Her mama like, go handle your business down to Jura, and daddy's like, nah, you can't go. And there's just been this thing about them ever since. But it would be hard to explain to your parents the real reason why you're leaving. So I kind of get that and kind of understand that, you know, that you would bring that in right here, like when we middle of the road getting towards our end game of trying to find those times where we can still find chances to build our characters and build the world around them and outside them, and that's great. More importantly is that I'm watching the episode so far, and before I got to the point of understanding what this episode really was, and then getting to that point where this is not about one of the Rangers getting turned into an old person. No, this is an episode celebrating the family dynamic. Because we opened our episode with Umika's dad running in there like, your boyfriend with Kyrie? Get the shotgun! Blam! Something like that, you know what I'm saying? Trust me, I know that feeling. Trust me, I know that feeling. But for real, it was the middle of the episode though. Caught me right in the feelings though. Because that whole point where we learn where it's Umika's birthday, where we learn that family dynamic of Umika, like, why you treat me like a kid all the time, Toma? It's because I do look at you like my little sister. I'm going to love about you, care about you, do whatever it is I got to do to protect you. Because it's not only the families that we're born in, it's the families that we create. And a lot of times, to be honest, and I'm going to be for real, as someone who has been through that, usually at the end of the day, the families that you create with those who ride with you on the same wave with you, you love and care about, are stronger than the family that you're born in a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Because it just is what it is, because that's how we grow as people. So having all of that, and then, you know what I'm saying, then having Kyrie on top of that, sit up here and tell Umika's dad, like, yo, she been down here holding it down for the squad, for the crew, for her own reasons. Reasons I'm like, she don't sit up here and blatantly say out loud that things we can't get into. No, but just know she taking care of her stuff, and we watching out for her too, because she part of this family that we created. And then Kogure followed that up a little bit later by trying to explain about why. We don't get to see that, but I'm guessing it was to try to smooth things over without saying anything about what's really, really, really going on with that. So, you know, I really appreciate like how well all of those family dynamics were handled, because at this point in the game, you are starting to run out of times to have these tender moments to say, because this is episode 28. I know that this is a 51 episode run, so we're a little bit more than halfway through it at this point. So the show is not going to have too many more times to really build these small interactions of character and world building, because in a minute we gonna get to the big reveals, the you know what reveal, the main reveal of the show, of the cops finding out about the Indians. You know what I'm saying? You gonna know Indians finna get found out by the Cowboys. You know what's going down. It's bound to be other mysteries in that. And speaking of, into my segue of the day, whoo, I'm like, I don't know how to really say this. I don't. So let me try to get the words out. The way Tsukasa was looking at the boy Noel, I'm like, I don't know how many times Tsukasa in the span of this show has had that look in the eye like it's something wrong. Cause he's sitting there, cause you got Noel sitting there saying like, yo, I built that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, y'all couldn't handle the heat. So I got people who can handle the heat. Don't worry about it's cool, bruh. Don't worry about it's cool. And it's like, really? You did that, bruh? Nah, some suspect. So, given that, and given Tsukasa's history of being right, she probably right about the boy Noel. Right about what? Who knows? But again, we know a little bit that we know where he got the magic. We know where he got that Lupin collection piece. He got that from Kogu Ray, make it rain a couple of episodes ago. Like when he first appeared on the scene, like, yo, I'm trying to trade up. You know what I mean? Like, yo, this is the trading game from Link's Awakening. Yo, I have this mermaid swimsuit top. Can I have a shovel? Random Link's Awakening thing. Message. But anywho, knowing that we know that, but then at the same time, whenever Tsukasa get that thought about it, it's always something deeper to the game than what it is. So, is it something we don't know about Noel at this time? Because again, at this time, and I said this a couple of episodes ago, is that I thought, at this point that, Noel won him over, there are no more questions. But a true detective gonna always be on the hunt for the latest clue. And given that, it's kind of strange that it's popping off like this, yeah, I've got questions and you best have answers. So it is what it is with that. So again, now we're building this dynamic of, I sat up here and was looking at the show like, well, everyone had their moment, but what's the truth though? And I'm like, because again, we're a little bit more than halfway through the series, is that those things are going to start to come out, and then your reveals are going to be more of the big giant, oh my god, the bomb has been let off, versus the small of, it's your birthday today, we can use this episode to build some character, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So what the direction of this show is that we are going through that final tunnel of, if there's any softballs you're trying to hit out the park, you need to do it now. Because I'll say, given what Sentai usually is, depending on right now where we still in like the lull state. Because let me explain to you real quick, I guess, because I'm on this tangent. And I know I think I did this in the Q Ranger review, where I explained the circle of Sentai episodes, where we start and we have establishing episodes, and then, we get a lull for a while where we building character, then someone else appears, and then we're building character around them, and then there's a lull, and then usually we are starting to get to our end game at some point, where we starting to get all the reveals. Any questions that the show ain't trying to leave on the table, we've got time to sit up here and to answer these questions before final boss has to use the Beyblade and then still take a massive L. So this show still has a little time for the fluff pieces. We'll call them what they are. This episode was a Umika fluff piece about my birthday and my relationship with my daddy and the family that I have and the family that we build around the things that we go through. So we'll see though. We'll see. but I'm just like just giving like what Sentai usually is like at this point in the game. It just seemed about right that where we still have fun character building episodes because we have that time because you are used to Noel Takau's influence on the show, so we can go back to building characters for a while before we have to cut a corner and we really got to start to put bows on these things. Regardless of that, man, wonderful episode. I really appreciated the episode. I love, as someone who takes family seriously, I love when Sentai, Sentai does this, where they take the time to establish family and things like that. For again, like I said, for someone who appreciates the familial structure and how important it has been and will continue to be, I get to love to take a chance to say, yo, I appreciate you holding it down for the fam. You know what I'm saying? Literally. Real quickly, you know what I'm saying, before we get up here, shout out to my family, you know what I'm saying? My squad know who they are, you know what I'm saying? The squad that I'm building now, y'all know who y'all are, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate every single one of y'all. I appreciate everybody that come through, whether you sitting up here, you showing love, or you putting hate, it don't matter. You came through. You came through, whether you liked it or you didn't like it, you came through, and for that, I thank you for coming through, regardless of how you feel, because I'm going to do this. Because see, one of the things that's ultimately that's ultimately gonna come true is that this is going to lead into taking care of my people, of making sure that we eat. Because if I'm gonna say this, because I'm on this tangent real quick, I spent years trying to eat at tables I was never gonna be able to sit down at. So what do? You go out into the woods, you cut down your own tree, you sit up here, you built your own house, and you invite the people you want to eat. So that means you go back out into the forest and you hunt and you hustle and you grind and you survive to make sure that the people you want eating with you are eating with you, and that they also bringing something to the table, so that we got the potluck smorgasbord, the buffet, but we all eating and we eating good. So for all my family, you know what I'm saying, y'all know right now we eating. But we getting to the point one step at a time. With every comment, with every show of love, we getting to we finna be eating real good. We about to get fat. Like, I mean, really dumb, stupid. I'm too full to eat anymore. I got the eyes. I'm about to take a nap level. You know what it is. I know y'all know what it is. So just know, because I know that a lot of people that vibe with me gonna watch the end of this. So no. That's what I'm planning. And I'm planning to bring y'all along with me. So we gonna eat together. Because building this tribe is important to the future of what it is that we do. So just letting y'all know. Regardless of that, we got more show for you. So please, sit back, relax, and stay tuned. I am, of course, the one that on triple the G.O.D. Of course, got the congregation watching my back all the time. Squish Murder and the Squadron. Bessie and Janine's on the unos, dos, tres, and cuatros, baby. Please always remember in these streets, baby, throw them dubs up, because we stay winning. We never taking an L. You know what it is. So, bang. Wink. Yeah, you know what it is. We've got more show for you. You're damn straight. And we've got it right after these. One more. Wink gun. Commercial message. No, like Cam and the Dip said, everything I said about we finna eat, I really mad. And I do. We finna eat. Make sure you ready to bring something to the table. Because as much as I want you to eat, you got to make sure you eat and making sure the squad can eat too. That's important. Quid pro. And it ain't like quid pro like that. But just know that everybody got to bring something to the buffet. You know what it is. Be ready. Just letting you know. More show after these commercial messages.